this, which is an incredible thing when you consider that today this is the worst AI will ever be.
Yeah.
We will not be constrained by intelligence. What we will be constrained by is context.
Yeah.
In other words, giving the intelligence, giving the AI enough information about what's going on in our business and what problems we're trying to solve so that it can use that incredible intelligence
Yes.
to deliver value to us. But I think there's the thing that people don't realize how the world will change with humanoid robotics.
Yes.
So when you take that intelligence of that multimedia capability, that brain of the AI, and then you put that into a robot, what is that going to be able to do? And I think we're going to see all kinds of service-based businesses much faster than most people think engaged with humanoid robotics.
And I think that one of the things I look at in that, I think, one of the worries that people often have is that, well, how is this gonna change the way we deliver care? And I was looking at some of the Chinese robots that have been coming in, and it could completely change the way care is delivered. Maybe not tomorrow, but certainly in 10 years' time, and where people that are going to be receiving the care will change the way that they think about it.
And it was amazing the impact that just having Alexa
Yeah.
had in her life, being able to talk to somebody, and that was like lightweight AI, right?
Yeah.
So when we think about the companion element, the monitoring, the ability to even cognitively engage, which is great for things like Alzheimer's, dementia, et cetera. So I think there's going to be a whole bunch of, there's obviously monitoring, there's companionship, but then there's care. And we're going to see that happening. But we've got a demographic issue in many countries around the world where there's just not enough caregivers to take care of people who need care. So that's going to happen quicker than most people, I think. And I think that there's human in the loop is, it's not going to replace humans, but it will augment humans.
So Dan, one question I'd like to leave you with is, for those that are listening today, if you had one piece of advice to them on how to build the first million or the next million, what would that be?
I don't think there's ever been a time in history where we have had access to information like we had today. I mean, I used to, when I was a kid, just devour books on entrepreneurship and Napoleon Hill and Norman Vincent Peale and all these great writers. And today it's at our fingertips with YouTube videos and Echo. I would say to develop a culture of learning and a passion and curiosity for what's coming next. And I think that one of my favorite authors, Peter Senge, once said that the only sustainable competitive advantage we have is the speed at which we learn. And so how we learn as individuals, how we learn as a company, right? Creating a learning organization. It's all about learning and the speed at which we learn. And I don't think there's ever been a time in history where that's more relevant than it is today.